Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Red Lion Specialist Cars, Highland Whiskey Clan and MJ Catterall. Jimmy the Fist First. I never thought I'd be saying that again.
Jonathan.
Here we are. Hold your microphone up to your mouth so I can hear you. That's it. Come on, you know the score. Well, York Hall, GBM Fight Night. Your man, Dan Garber, he's been in there with a Fury, and he did very, very well.
Yeah, listen, proud of him. He's got the balls to take a fight of this magnitude. Hughie's a great, he's a good fighter, and and Dan worked well in spells, and he did what I asked in spells, and then just Hughie just sort of like pressured him, and and then he just I think Dan just got a little bit the warmth in there, and just.
It's tough.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
Boxing is not an easy game, as you well know.
That's it. Listen, you can't. I'm not gonna. He got in there, and in spurts, he didn't look out of place. And Dan is one of the most athletic boxers, heavyweights that we've got in the gym. What he does in the gym.
Yeah.
He smashes them bags, and we said, listen, you fucking. I try to get in his head for look. This is a mental sport. 90% it's up there.
Yeah.
And he just has a little bit of self-doubt sometimes, and it just creeps in, and he gets it. Just lets it get the better of him at times. But he got in there and had a fucking go.
Well, this is what this is all about, mate. Every single time, there's no such thing as a loss in boxing. There's a learning fight, and he's not just got in with a normal heavyweight. He's got in with a Hughie Fury, and Listen, his boxing pedigree is through the roof. He was coming to make a bit of a statement, Hughie, tonight as well, because there's one or two things lined up for him, so he had to go in. He's faced probably the best Hughie Fury I've seen for quite a few years, so fair credit. Those early couple of rounds, it was definitely split rounds in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I thought he did very, very well.
Yeah, he moved well, did Dan,
Well.
early on, he'd listen to what we were saying, get the jab out, we wanted him to pour him, don't let him in too easy, don't put your back on the ropes, and and spin off,
Yeah.
And in spurts, he did, he looked well, but he's I think in Dan's mind is, he wants to make money. As well, he's thinking about that. But tonight was, an opportunity to really put it on him, and mate, he can knock any heavyweight out in the world. He's just got to let him go, and we're just tapping into into there to get him to do that. But listen, Hughie's a flipping slippery, good boxer, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, listen, he's sat down behind you. I don't know if he wants to come on for 1 minute. I know he's a bit knackered because he's been in there working bloody hard. Give him the microphone so we can hear what he says.
Well done, lad.
Listen, Dan, congratulations. I know it wasn't the result you wanted, but at the first 2 or 3 rounds, equally matched. You did very, very well. You must have been pleased with that first couple of rounds, at least.
Yeah, well, end of the day, he's a former British champion, former world title challenger. He's had more than double the fights that I've had.
Yeah.
He's a championship level fighter at the end of the day. I know my level. And it's not Hughie Fury's level, but I tried my best, and that's all I can do, to be honest with you.
Well, that's it. And like you say, I think you've probably tonight hit a Hughie Fury at probably the best we've seen Hughie for a few years, because he's got a few things coming up, and he had to make a bit of a statement against you tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's be fair. There's levels in boxing. I think I said in the interviews we did, the best Hughie Fury is going to outclass the best Dan Garber at the end of the day. But I give it a go. I mean, I know Jimmy wanted me to fight fire with fire. When you're in there and someone pressuring you that big and they're throwing shots, it's 1 minute he's southpaw, next minute he's orthodox. You don't know where they're coming. He hit me low a couple of times, but that's boxing.
Yeah.
It was the better man. A full credit to him. He's a full-time fighter. He's got probably in his dad's been at the very top.
Yeah.
They're trying to take Hughie back to the very top. He's been there. He's probably got one of the most experienced and best trainers in Britain. Well, not the best trainer in British boxing. And Hughie deserves to get to the top now. He deserves a big fight, and he should be fighting your Dillian Whites, your Moses Taumas, that possibly is a good fight for him there. And I've always said, technically in the heavyweight division in Britain, Hughie's the best technical boxer. I'm not saying he beats. I mean, I think apart from Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua and Dubois, you'd make him a favourite to beat probably the rest of the heavyweights in the country.
Wow.
Him and Itauma's, well, Itauma's is good. I mean, that's probably a 50-50 fight there.
Yeah, but Itauma's a different breed,
Well,
in my opinion.
I've been in with Itauma, haven't I?
Yeah, you have.
I've been in with Itauma, I've been in with Tom Carty, I've been in with Vidal Riley, I've been in with Hughie Fury.
You've done well, mate, haven't you?
And that's in the space of 14 months. I've been in with some big names, to be honest with you.
So there's a positive right there, mate. You know, you're doing your business and earning your living and having a go, and you've got this reprobate next to you trying to help you along the way. So a little bit of experience, and you know, I really enjoyed that tonight. I know the ending wasn't what you wanted, but you know what? It was a good crowd out there, wasn't it?
It was. We're very busy tonight. You know, I had a few people come down with me. A little bit disappointed, you know, people have paid money to come down and watch, but end of the day, he's ranked in top 20 in the world.
Yeah.
It's an hard night, you know, it's only my 14th fight. You think that's his 33rd fight. He's been in with Parker, Pulev, Povetkin, Sam Peter, Christian Amer.
He's done a few, hasn't he?
Well, yes, you know.
And now he's done Dan Garb.
And now he's done Dan Garber.
Well, there you go.
He's finished the.
You're on a
Garber
list of a
Fury
lot of good
rivalry
men.
now. Yeah, he's won the decider 2-1, so we can put that to bed now.
Well, listen, I'm going to leave you to do what you need to do. If you want to give the mic back to Jimmy, well done tonight, Dan. Nice to speak to you. Sponsors,
Thank you, Dan.
there's a few sponsors on the shirts, right?
There is.
Obviously, this done happen without them and all the people coming to watch, as you've said.
We've got
Give them a shout.
a friend of mine, Dan Teal at DJT Services. We've got Palpac. We've got FB Engineering Solutions. We've got my cousin, K Marie Clothing Boutiques. We've got EM Embroidery Clothing. We've got Pimp Inc. Tattoo Care. We've got Apex. They do my gum shields.
There you go.
Have we missed anybody?
On the back.
Turn around, Jimmy, so I can see you.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. You've got them.
Yeah.
DJT Services. There you go.
Yeah.
They're the boys. Well, listen. Good night's work, mate.
Thank
back
you.
to the gym and
Back
looking
to the
forward to the
drawing
next
board.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. You know, you've been in with a Fury, and let's see what you get. I got a feeling you.
done, Danny, boy. He got in there.
You never know, we're always-
the balls.
Now, I need to clear something up with Jimmy. So give him the mic, right? Because Jakey Pollard's been on the phone.
Oh, Mr. Pollard, yeah, I've got a bone to pick with him. Yeah, where am I invited to Gibraltar?
Yeah, well, he said, now let's get this right. I asked him to his face, where's Jimmy? He went, Jimmy's out on a date with his wife, so we ripped you in an arsehole, basically. Do tell us the truth.
I was having a meal with my missus when I found out he was in Gibraltar.
Right.
I never
So
got
hang
an
on.
invite.
So
I
hang
never
on.
got an invite.
So tonight, you're telling me basically what you said was true.
Listen, I was having a meal, but I never got an invite to Gibraltar.
That's a load of bollocks.
I could have put that meal to next week, you know what I mean?
No, you
Sorry,
couldn't.
Paula,
You
but,
so couldn't. You so couldn't. Right, well, listen,
yeah,
Jimmy,
cheers, mate.
your man did well tonight, and lots to build on, I'm sure.
He got in there. He had a go.
Quick plug for Brighouse Gym, because it's flourishing over there, mate. You are doing so well with that, aren't you?
Yeah, listen, appreciate Jonathan, appreciate the interview and everything again, back, coming and covering our guys. The gym is thriving, couldn't do it without my other coaches, Martin Golden-Smith, Ted Lever, Chris, Jack and Lily that are up there that have run the gym. We've just got Joe Garside on, we've got Brandon Pickup, Kieran Tennant, he'll be back soon, and Big Dan, on the big stage. So 9 months in, and I'm stood opposite Peter Fury in the corner. Were
you scared?
Proud of it. I was very, yeah. Not as scared as him.
Oh dear.
No.
Well,
No.
listen. Good night's work, mate. Back to the grind tomorrow, I'm sure.
That's
and are you going to go watch any boxing tomorrow night? Saturday night tomorrow night? Keep forgetting it's Friday.
I'm in Corey O'Regan's corner tomorrow night.
Oh.
So it's boxing all week, big time boxing this weekend, and Corey O'Regan's ready. He's in against a very big
Jack Rafferty.
Jack Rafferty. Respect to Jack, his team, Steve, the Manchester boys, Joe Echo, all of them. I know them all really well, and but Corey O'Regan's a very slick operator. He's been waiting for his time, and he can do it.
Now,
he can do it.
One more thing in, or
And the new.
And the new.
And the
I
new.
can't say that because I'm sat neutrally in
You're a mank.
Jack's corner.
Yeah.
But I interviewed Corey the other day, and he's a good lad. He's a good
Nice lad.
Now,
Fat boy.
one more thing I've got to get in, or I will be in trouble.
Yeah.
No KO gum shields, Loza.
What a woman.
Laura Hollins. So from now on, on camera, you have got to get your gum shields done with no KO gum shields.
Loza, well, I saw her last week, and we're going to get some sorted. No problem, Loza. Big up. Big up.
Jimmy, always good to see you, my friend. Go and enjoy the rest of the night, and nice to see you. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, boss. Take care, John.